What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. This one gonna be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers made, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer, and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today, guys. We got a beautiful, large, how many games we even got on this slate? I should know off the top of my head, but I do not. Let's see, 11 gamers. So there's going to be a ton of really good options. If you're getting serious and you're really looking to profit and playing a bunch of Prizepicks every single night, would highly recommend you check out my premium content packages. Tonight would be a great night to do it. I'm going to have a lot of action on the line tonight. I can promise you that much. With these many games, these many great picks, I'm going to be playing a lot of tickets. If you want access to all my core plays, you can sign up for one of these lower tiers. I do offer a Prizepicks NBA package as well as an Underdog NBA package. If you want access to every single one of my tickets, every single one of my core plays, every single one of my picks, get the KJK VIP member package. That's going to give you access to, like I said, all my personal tickets. So if you're struggling with mixing and matching, you don't really know how to do it, that's where I do send all of my tickets. And like I said, I'm going to have a lot of Prizepicks tickets tonight. I can promise you that much because this slate's looking beautiful. So if you do enjoy the content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Trying to get all these videos up to 500 likes and trying to go 5-0, of course, always the goal. So let's talk about it. We'll go game by game as we always do in this one. And the first game I would like to discuss is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder because this game has a 231 over-under. It is a 6-point spread in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. Expected to fly, and for good reasons, because the number 1 pace team in the entire league now the number 3. So these 3 teams have been kind of fluctuating. The Warriors, the Thunder, and the Pacers. The Thunder were the first fastest paced team. They're now the 3rd. But all these guys are practically pretty much tied for the fastest pace. But regardless, the Thunder now coming as the 3rd fastest paced team in the league. And the Grizzlies coming as the 19th. So nice pace-up matchup for the Grizzlies. Any game that the Thunder are involved in, the game is going to fly. So these are all good things for this one. And we will kick things off on the away side with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we're going to talk about a guy we've been targeting a lot and for good reason. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy has been an absolute bucket. The usage has been phenomenal for him. He's playing in the mid-30s. He's getting up a ton of shots. You look at his game logs, 25, 14, 22, 26, 22 shots respectively. And he's being so efficient, man. You look at his shot volume. You look at the efficiency. He's shooting 21.6 times per game, 54% from the field. He also shoots 2.9 three-pointers attempted per game, where he's shooting 40% from there. And he's getting to the free throw line a ton as well. 8.4 free throws attempted per game, where he shoots 90% from the line. So this guy's the definition of a bucket, especially the three-point shot's been really impressive as of late for him. A guy that traditionally hasn't been the greatest of three-point shooters, but these players develop. He's gone 2 for 3, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 from behind the arc. The free throw line continues to be a place he's living at. 11 for 13, 9 for 10, 9 for 9, 12 for 17. And then once again, you look at the points here. The only bad game he had was against this Toronto squad, where that game turned into a blowout. Only put up 20, but then 39, 37, 37, 42. Guys dropping in the upper 30s to 40 plus in these games, and I do not anticipate that to change in this type of a game environment here, taking on this Memphis Grizzlies squad. So really do like this pick here. Pick number 1, we're going to continue to look to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I like the over 31.5 points here for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be pick number 1. The usage is through the roof. We talked about the shot volumes through the usage. You look at his usage, he's 3rd at the point guard position, trailing only Ja Morant and Luka Doncic. So that'll be pick number 1 here. Pick number 2, we're going to kick it on over to the other side of this game. We're going to talk about a guy's name that I just mentioned, Ja Morant. He is experiencing an even bigger bump up in usage now, with there being no Desmond Bane, the second scoring option on this team. Ja Morant features a 36% usage rate on the season, and with the amount of shot volume that Bane was taking up and with him being gone, I think we're going to see Ja Morant go on a serious scoring spurt here. I mean, we're talking about a guy in Desmond Bane that was shooting 16, 16, 15, 23 times per game. You look at the latest game that Ja Morant played without Desmond Bane, he went out there and shot 27 times. He was approaching 30 shots. It's something that I continue to talk about. I mean, I would not be surprised to see this guy approaching 30 shots, if not taking 30 or more shots for the foreseeable future until Desmond Bane comes back. It really was the Ja Morant and Desmond Bane show. They need that Desmond Bane shooting. That's now gone. They're going to ask Ja Morant to take on a little bit even more while they're dealing with this injury. And once again, a guy that's getting it done in all categories. You look at the shot line for him, 21.5 field goals attempted per game. He shoots 48% from the field, 5.2 three-pointers attempted per game, where he shoots 40% from behind the arc. And he's also getting to the free throw line 8.5 times per game, where he shoots 78% from the line. Would like to see that free throw percentage go up a little bit for him, but, I mean, around 80% is pretty respectable. That definitely shows that he's capable of going and probably knocking down, 10 out of 10 free throws within a game if you can just kind of lock in. 80% is pretty respectable. So pick number 2, same thing we kind of talked about here. A lot of usage, a lot of shot volume, and the upgrade with there being no Desmond Bane. I know if you look at his game logs, he hadn't gotten there in 4 or 3 of the last 5. Keep in mind, Desmond Bane was a part of this offense in a lot of those. Really do think we're going to see Ja Morant go on a scoring tear here. So pick number 2, going with the over 30.5 points here for Ja Morant. That'll be pick number 2 here. Pick number 3, we're going to kick it on to this next game. The Boston Celtics taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. And we have another very high usage guy that gets a ton of shots up. You might have heard of him before. His name's Jason Tatum. Guy has been phenomenal all season long. Finally had a bad shooting night last time out against a Hawks team. But keep in mind, the Hawks are pretty good defensively. So while he did have a pretty bad shooting game, he still put up 19 points. Hasn't had the greatest of shooting games the last couple times out, but I would not anticipate that to continue. Look at Jason Tatum's stats in the entire season. Once again, a guy that can get it done in all categories. He shoots 20.8 times per game, where he shoots 48% from the field. 9.5 three-pointers attempted per game. That's a lot of threes, where he shoots 36% from there. And he also gets to the free throw line 8.7 times per game, where he shoots 87% from the stripe. So these are all things, we're not reliant on one category. He's not strictly reliant on the three-point. He can get to the rim. He can shoot the free throw. He can really do it all. Once again, he's in a great game environment. 230 over-under. Going to be a lot of scoring here. The Celtics have a 116 implied total. Jason Tatum also plays a ton of minutes. Something I didn't mention with those first guys, but they're also in that category. Jason Tatum, 5th in the league, playing 37 minutes per game. You look at these other guys. Shai Gilgeous, 17th in the league, playing 35.8 minutes per game. So that's also really, really good things. And then Ja Morant, as far as his minutes per game, he's going to be up here as far as the top in the league, too. I don't know if he quite cracks the top 50 here for Ja, but regardless, he's going to play in the mid-30s. These are all important things, obviously, when you're targeting. The shot volume and everything's kind of tied into that. I mean, if a guy's only going to play 10 minutes and shoot 30 times or whatever the case may be, we can live with it. So, but Jason Tatum, going to be in a great spot here with this team having a 116.25 implied total. Once again, a guy that has a 30+% usage rate. I mean, he's just going to have so much control of the offense with a 31% usage rate on the season. And once again, playing massive minutes. I think we see Tatum get back to his scoring ways tonight. So in this fast up-tempo game environment, his points line has dropped down as well, which is a nice little bonus. He was up at like 30.5 points when he was on that tear. Had a couple bad shooting games, dropped down to 28.5. We're not going to let this recency bias deter us off. He's averaging 30.8 over his last 5, and that includes the last 2 games where he didn't have the best of shooting nights. So expect Tatum to get back to his 30-plus scoring ways, honestly, in this one. 28.5 point line, I will gladly take advantage. So pick number 3. Going with the over 28.5 points here for Jason Tatum. That'll be pick number 3. Pick number 4. We're going to go down to the next game, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Denver Nuggets. And I want to discuss Luka Doncic, fresh off a game where he got a nice rest. He should come into this one feeling very well rested and ready to score against a Denver Nuggets team that has been terrible defensively all season long. Luka Doncic, another guy similar to Jason Tatum, ton of usage, ton of minutes. We saw him play 40 minutes last time against the LA Clippers. Once again, he gets to take on a team in the Denver Nuggets that ranked 26th in effective field goal percentage rank. That's bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the entire league, giving up a ton of three-pointers, giving up a ton of points in the mid-range. They're also dead last around the rim. That could be problematic. Facing a guy like Luka Doncic that can drive to the rim, he's got that Euro step finish to him. He can shoot the 3-ball a little. Hasn't actually shot that great on the season, all things considered. Would not be surprising at least to see him shoot a little bit better, but he leads the entire league in field goals attempted per game. He also leads the entire league in usage. So much of this offense flows through him. 38% usage rate for Luka Doncic. All the shots are going to flow through him. Once again, he got a game off last time, which I think is great. The Mavs are a 9-point spread, or they have a 9-point spread in favor of them. So, you can make a case of people are always scared of blowouts. The thing is, if this game turns into a blowout, it's most likely going to be because Luka Doncic just goes out there and drops 40. I mean, he's responsible for so much of the load of this 112 implied total for the Dallas Mavericks. It's unreal. They lean on him very, very heavily. And I think he's going to have some great success against this Denver Nuggets team that's playing really bad defensively. They also play at a pretty fast pace, which is going to be great for him. You look at the Denver Nuggets, they're 13th fastest in the entire league as far as pace is concerned. The Dallas Mavericks are 30th, dead last in the league as far as pace is concerned. So it's going to be a nice pace-up matchup for him. Let's be honest, pretty much any game's a pace-up matchup for them, being that they're last in the league. But anytime we can get Luka Doncic more shots, more possessions, I really do like his scoring ability. And once again, the Denver Nuggets have not been good defensively. Put up 42-35 the last 2 times out. Starting to get that scoring stroke going after having a couple of tough games. Once again, got a nice break last time out. Got a rest, so he should be ready to go. Rested up and ready to play full minutes in this one. So pick number 4. Going with the over 32.5 points here for Luka Doncic. And pick number 5. Rounding things out here. We're going to kick it on down to the last game here that I want to discuss in the video. The Golden State Warriors taking on the New York Knicks. A massive 234.5 over-under. 7.5 point spread in favor of the Golden State Warriors. And we have another very high usage guy that we're going to continue to target. It's Stephen Curry. I've been talking a lot about him as well for good reason. Predictable usage, 30% usage rate. The Golden State Warriors defense has not been good. Their offense has not been good. Overall as a team, they've got a pretty terrible record considering all things that this dynasty has displayed over the last few years. They've been very reliant on Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry's kind of becoming, Luka Doncic territory. I mean, this guy had a great scoring night last time, and they still got blown out. So, similar to what I just discussed with Luka Doncic, I don't really know that this team's capable of blowing too many teams out right now. We saw Steph Curry go 17 for 28 from the field, 7 for 11 from behind the arc, where we know we can stroke the 3 really good. And once again, a guy that gets to the free throw line and converts at a very, very high rate, 9 for 9 from the stripe. These are all very important things, obviously, when we're targeting these points props. 10th in the entire league in field goals, a 10th per game, putting up 20.7 shots. He takes 11.5 three-pointers, where he shoots 44.47% from beyond the arc, man. He's practically shooting 50% from beyond the arc, where he shoots 12 a game. That's really, really good, obviously. 6.1 free throws, a 10th per game, where he shoots 92% from the stripe. So, it seems like I'm talking about this guy every video for good reason. He's just been counting or making me money all year long, as have many of these guys that we just discussed in the video, and we get them all in the same slate. All have 30+% usage rates, essentially. Stephen Curry dipped down to 29, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. They're all pretty much 30+% usage. They all take a ton of shots. They all shoot effectively from the stripe. They can all get you there in so many different ways at these point props. Whether it be making a bunch of threes, getting to the basket, making some free throws. I love these 5 picks, and my last pick number 5, will be the Stephen Curry over 29.5 points here. And that is going to be my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Trying to get these videos up to 500 likes. If you could help me out with that would be great. And once again, like I said, I'm going to have a ton of more tickets, I guarantee, tonight. If you want to check out the VIP member package, you will get access to all of my tickets. This is a beautiful slate, so I'm looking forward to it. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Wishing you all the best of luck on your NBA props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.